everyone, my name is Malia and I'm here to show you how to make paper flowers. Today we're going to be making 3 different kinds of paper flowers. We're going to start with our paper rose, and then we're going to move into our tissue paper flower, and then lastly making our sprig of lavender. Okay, so with our paper rose, you are going to need a couple of materials outside of our take and make. You're going to need a pair of scissors, and you're going to need a glue gun. I prefer low temperature glue guns, but please be careful with either low or high temperature. Please keep them away from children. If you have them around, please keep them at some place where they cannot reach them. And if you are a child and you really want to make this, please ask a grown-up for your help, okay? Because I don't want anybody to get burned. Okay, so you need a glue gun and you need a glue stick for our first rose craft, okay? And next, we have our tissue paper flower. And for this, all you need is a stapler. Staple in the middle. And if you don't want to staple the middle and you want to put it in a vase or something, then all you need is just like a stem of floral wire, and you'll be all set to go. Okay, and lastly, we have our sprig of lavender. And for this, all you need is your floral wire, which is in your take and make, and you also need crepe paper, so like streamer paper, and a glue stick, so a cold glue stick this time. Okay, and that's all you need. And a scissors for your lavender as well. But that's it for that. And if you are super proud of your flowers and you're like, wow, this is so beautiful, someone else needs to see this, we want to see them. We are those people. Okay, so please tag us in your photos, hashtag UKW paper flowers, or email us at ask@pamunkeylibrary.org. And please send us those beautiful pictures, or if you use them for a backdrop or something, take a picture of those as well, because we love to see them. Okay, and if you decide that you want to make your rose later on and you need the template, you can easily go to the website thecraftpatchblog.com, and she does have free templates there. And that's where I actually got these petals templates from. So big shout out to her and her free templates. Okay, and if you need them again and you forgot the website, just give us a call and we will help you out. Okay, so I look forward to making flowers with you. Let's get started. All right, everyone, so I think we are ready. So we're gonna start with our large paper roses, and just make sure that you have the following. You have your 3 circles, large, medium, and small. You have your petals, okay, so same, but about 6 to 8 petals is what you want. I typically use about 5 to 6 for each layer, but just 5 to 8, I guess, of your large, and 5 to 8 of your medium, and then 5 to 8 of your small petals, okay? And make sure you have a strip of cardstock as well. And this will be our final step, so just put that to the side for right now. And if you do want to make this project later on, then you're welcome to take these petals and to trace them onto cardboard. And that's what I've done. And then that way you're able to use them later and just like put them away for if you're trying to make something for a party, and you can make them in like mass amounts. Okay, and get that glue gun all plugged in and warmed up. Mine's been hanging out and I think it's all ready to go. All right, so I like to start with my large layer first and kind of get that one out of the way. Okay, so go ahead and take your largest circle and your large petals. Okay, so first we're going to work with our petals. Okay, and on your supply sheet, you should also have a thick marker, so or any kind of like pencil. If you have like a thick crayon or a pencil, then use that. But we're gonna curl them first, and I want you to curl them outward of what you're gonna glue them. Okay, so just take it and curl it. Okay. Okay, so just a little something to give it some step. Okay, and it doesn't need to be perfect. You can also do a couple at a time if that's easier as well. I think that might be a little faster. Okay. And you are going to do that with all of these. Okay, so if you want, we can let's go ahead and curl them all, and then that way when we get to them, they're ready for us. Okay, so I'm going to move on to our mediums. Take a couple at a time. Okay, and if you would love to share your flower with us, we would love to see them. And our hashtag is UKW Paper Flowers, or you can send them as an attachment through email at ask@pamunkeylibrary.org. Or if you just want to bring them into the library and show us, we are going to be so excited to see them. Okay, and now move it on to our smalls. We're almost there. And if you just need to pause the video to catch up, please do so. Or fast forward wherever you are. Okay, all right. So I think they are good. And the next step is take that large circle and just keep it somewhere where you know where it is. And I'm going to show you what to do. So each of these petals should have a little flap. And if yours is not cut for some reason, just make sure it's cut just a little bit, maybe about a ½ inch or so. And you're going to put the glue on one side, either side, and then you're just going to kind of just angle them in. See how they make a nice, it like kind of makes it stand up, and it creates a little base on the bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So take your heated up glue gun, just a little dab, or a little dot. My sister is a kindergarten teacher, and she likes to say dot, 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 not a lot. So I always hear that whenever I put glue on something and it's just a dot. Okay, and please be careful with the glue gun. Make sure you know where you put it when you set it down. Don't burn yourself. How are they looking? They're looking pretty good. I bet they are. All right, I just squished mine down once I glue it. And you should have all your large petals finished. And if it kind of looks a little not that pretty on the bottom, it's okay, because we're going to end up gluing that part anyway. Okay, so go ahead and take those pretty little petals and put them to the side. And now we're going to work on our medium petals. Okay, so same exact thing that we did with the large ones. Okay, so just turn them in on itself and go to your next one. And if you feel like you need to curl them a little bit more, you can do that during this step as well. If you feel like they're a little straight. I think I might do it with a couple of these. Just not as curly as I want them to be. All right, that's better. And if you're using these for a backdrop or something, ooh, we would love to see pictures of it, because they really are pretty. I know I'm ready for spring. Okay. And that's it for the medium. Okay, so I'll put that on the side as well. I have the, you can't really see it, but I have the large ones on the side as well. Okay, now let's move on to our small petals. Hey, you guys are doing great. Hang in there. You're almost there. I know it takes a second, but they are pretty little things. All right, and we are done with our small petals. Now they're starting to look like something, aren't they? Okay, so we have our small, medium, and our large petals, all curled and all glued, ready for the next step. Okay, so take that large circle that we kept out, and I want you to take one large petal, okay, and actually take two of those large petals because we're gonna glue one on one side and one on the other. Okay, so I put one right across from each other, and we're just gonna prop one up. Oops. And then the other right across from it. There you go. And we're gonna continue this around. Okay, so we're gonna go right next to it, and then the other across from it. And I like to stick mine under the previous one. Okay, and the next one. Okay, good. And then I think we can fit two more here. Okay, make sure you have those glue sticks handy as well. We will be needing them. Oops. And if you get to this point and you still think that you could use a little bit more of a curl, go ahead and curl them on back. There you go. So we have our first layer. Okay, we have our large layer all ready and done. And don't worry about these little glue spots because they will be covered. Okay, so boom, layer one complete. Okay, and we'll move to our next one. So take your medium circle now, and we're going to do the same thing. I have one dab of glue on one side and one directly across. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, and I have one that didn't really make the glue, so I'll just do it again. some glue sticks nearby too, because you will be using that glue. Oh, this one didn't make it either. Alrighty. All right. Okay, and spruce it up as you wish. All right. Good, and we are done. Oh. That's the problem when you are gluing to it. It might glue to something, so you might want to put something down on your table so you don't get too much glue on there. And now we have one little circle left. And if you find a technique that works better for you than this, please use that. This is just a suggestion in the way that I was taught. But if you have a better way of doing that, go ahead and go for it. And teach me too, because I'm interested. Okay, so we are almost there. It's gonna be so pretty. And I'm going to take my marker and I'll need a bit more. Alrighty. Okay, so this next part, we are going to take our large, remember our large layer? It seems like so long ago. Okay, so take your large layer and I want you to take your medium layer and take the medium layer's base. So turn it over and you see where that circle is? We're just going to load up on glue. So a whole lot more than just a dot. Okay, so go ahead and do that and then stick it right in the middle. Okay, and we're going to do the exact same thing for our baby one, our small layer. Okay, so take the small layer and pop it right down in the middle. Yay! It's coming along. All right, so it's time for our last step. Okay, and at this step, you're going to take that strip and we are going to cut it into strips, really narrow strips. And this will be the middle of the flower. So any imperfections that you find in your small layer of the petals, don't worry, have no fear, we'll cover it up. And some people have those super fancy craft scissors who that have the like multiple shears on them that can cut this in probably 4 times faster than this. Please use those if you have them, because that'd be easier. Okay, so, and we're just gonna take our cute little grass, it looks like, and we're gonna roll it up. Roll and glue. Roll and glue. Okay, so we're gonna start off right there, and then just keep rolling. And as you're rolling, every couple rolls, I want you to put a dot of glue, okay? And then keep on going, and then put a dot. Okay, this just ensures that it stays in place. Okay, you guys are doing an excellent job. Okay, you're almost there. Okay, and at the very last part, put a dot. Yay! So it should look like this. Okay, and go ahead and fluff it out. The longer that you make these strips, like the closer it gets to the other side, the more fluffy it will be. So it should look like a little pom-pom or firecracker once it's kind of fluffed out. Okay, and if you are ready to complete this flower, it is time to put it into the middle. Okay, so take the bottom of it and load it up on that glue. Okay, and stick it right in the middle of the flower. And I want you to just hold it there. See? Hold it there for a little bit to ensure that it does stay in place and it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't take too long for that glue to dry anyway. Okay, you guys are doing an excellent job. And you have finished your flower. Okay, so enjoy hanging it up. You can use mounting tape or command hooks. If you do use tape, it is probably going to be more of a temporary hold on the wall. But if you really want to stay, you know, use string and thumbtacks and whatnot. A lot of people will get a thumbtack and they'll plug it into like behind a petal or something so you can't see it. So, and if you can see it, then just curl it a little bit more, which is like my favorite thing to do. Okay, so enjoy your rose and we'll move on to the next flower in just a second. Yay! Okay, so our next flower that we're going to be doing is our tissue paper flower. So you just fold it, pretty much follow the folds that it was in its original packaging, and just trim the sides. I've already done that, so I've trimmed the sides of them, and you just cut it so that you don't see the so that you don't have any folded parts anymore. They're all cut. And once you've done this, you're going to fold it accordion style. So move it so that you can fold on the short side, okay? So not the long side, but the short side, okay? So this is gonna be a small pom-pom flower, okay, or tissue paper flower. And you're just gonna take it, fold it, and then flip it, and then fold it. Okay, so flip and fold, flip and fold. And you're gonna do this all the way until you reach the end of the flower. All right, if you're at the end, I want you to fold it, okay, and we're only folding so we can find the middle, and once we found the middle, grab your stapler and staple in that fold. Ta-da! If it's not perfect, it's fine because you won't see it. We are going to fluff it now, so go ahead and fluff it out a little bit like this, and then you're going to take each layer and fluff it out. So there's 1, 2, try to be a little delicate with them too. They're pretty strong, but they're also still tissue paper, so don't pull too hard. Although if it does rip, it's easily hidden since you have so many layers. I ripped apart one tiny one. Okay. All right, so there's one side. Okay, and then we work on the next side, and you just do the exact same thing. Very simple way to make a flower. Very simple, very springy. And like I said, this is going to be a pretty small flower. These can be used in banners. They can be hung from ceilings. Used as a photo backdrop. And that's it. That's all it is. Okay? And if you see a spot that's kind of bare, then just move it over there. Okay, but that's all it is for this cute little tissue flower. Okay, and if you don't want to staple it, you can take a wire, where did I put it? A floral wire just like this, and you can wrap it around instead of stapling, and then that way it will have a stem with it. Okay, and it'll stay in place, and you can put it in a vase or wherever you'd like. Okay, so that is the tissue flower. Last but not least, we have our little sprig of lavender. So we're going to take our floral wire, and we have our streamer or our crepe paper and a glue stick and your scissors. Ta-da! And what I want you to do first is take your glue stick, and on the edge of your paper, just glue it all the way across. All the way, all the way, all the way, on the edge. And once you have it glued, you're going to fold it almost all the way over. There we go. Okay, and once you have that, it's time to cut. You're just going to cut right before you get to the other side. Like I said in the previous flower video, if you have one of those cool craft scissors that has multiple shears on it, that will be much quicker than this. But if you don't, then this is just fine. All right, and there you go. Then you are going to do the same thing on the other side with your glue. Oh. You're just going to glue it down. Right. Then you take it and you just twist it along the stem. So I'll move it down a little bit so you can see. Oops. If it kind of gets twisted, it's okay. Just layer it on. And some people will even cut it into different sections to make it look more realistic. And you can also add leaves by adding dark green crepe paper as well. And that's it. Just a cute little lavender sprig. You can make these parts of your lavender a little smaller or bigger depending on your preference. But there's your lavender. And you can also do several of these and put them in a cute little mason jar, like a small mason jar or a vase. Use it for your spring decorations. We hope you had a great time today making paper flowers. I know we had a great time over here. So remember to tag us in your photos, hashtag UKW Paper Flowers, or email us at ask@pamunkeylibrary.org. Thank you so much for joining us again. And until we can get together in person and craft in person, please visit our website for more virtual programs, okay? So get those paper flowers up and display them proudly, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye. Happy spring.